name is Dempster Leech. I'm a private investigator. I've worked 17 years handling trademark and copyright counterfeiting problems. A lot of my work was involved on this street, Canal Street. Canal Street got its name, surprisingly, from being at one time a canal. Downtown, just a little ways, there was a wonderful pond called Collect Pond. In the 1800s, they drained the pond by creating a canal that ran all the way down this street and filled in the old Collect Pond, and on top of it was built a prison. The prison was called the Tombs. Canal Street remained a canal for quite a long time after that, and finally it got too murky and turned into a sewer, and they covered it over with this street. They tore down the Tombs a number of years ago. On top of that ground is now the federal courthouse, the new federal courthouse. In the early 1800s, there were about 200 or 300 Chinese people who lived here. 1870s, the United States passed a law which curtailed Asian immigration. We invited these folks over to build our railroads for us, and then we decided there were too many of them coming in, so we created a law that stopped their naturalization into this country. At that time, there were about 7,000 Chinese living in the Chinatown area. Of those 7,000, only a few hundred of them were women. So the Chinese men needed a place to eat. And so restaurants cropped up to serve that community of men who didn't cook. The men who didn't cook created the Chinese cuisine that are a part of the culture, part of the heritage, and one of the reasons people come down here to shop. Canal Street has been famous for many, many years as a place you could go to buy your phony Louis Vuitton bag or your fake Rolex watch. The storefronts were used to display the counterfeit products. The products were assembled in the same little basement rooms that hid the Chinese who were coming in illegally. Now, that's changed in the last year or so. A law was passed making the landlords of these buildings responsible for what their tenants do. So they don't want their tenants selling counterfeit goods and getting lawsuits every 2 weeks. If you walk down the street today, I don't think we're going to find many counterfeit items. The yellow building to the left over there is an old movie theater that's been converted into a very large and very wonderful Buddhist temple. And across the street, Fuchsia Square, is the great arch that leads to the Manhattan Bridge. East meets west. This whole area had many, many movie theaters. They've all been converted to banks. The Chinese people have a tradition of saving their money. Of course, balancing the tradition of saving is the tradition of gambling. Funghua Bus, for example, is here to take people to Atlantic City. Okay, spicy beef chow fan coming up. Oh, that looks good. And then watch carefully. Not bad. Not bad. Okay.